Good morning and welcome to a cryptic crossword coffee break. I'm on the Daily Telegraph puzzle website and I'm just opening today's cryptic crossword now. One across. Cop's memoir involved give and take. I think that it's going to be an anagram of cops and memoir, and I think the whole thing is going to mean give and take. Something like, yeah, I'm not sure what I was going to say something like, and I don't know what the something is. One down. Value first bit of sleep in bed. Okay, so when I see bed in a crossword, it usually is the word cot. Uh, you look out for short synonyms. Short synonyms are the way are always helpful because the wordplay in cryptic crosswords means you're going to be playing around with words, and for them to be malleable, they need to be short. And so, bed could mean an awful lot of things, but in crosswords, it only usually means cot because cot is such a short word and can be played around with by the by whoever made the crossword. So we've got cost here. That's because cost is the definite. Sorry, cost means value, and the first bit of sleep is the letter S, and we're sticking that in the word for bed. Any advance on Cop's memoir? Come, comp, com, comp, com, compression. Don't know. Ten across. Sailors initially select or. Uh, um, is a. I mean, could an or be a stake? Because if you select something, you take it, I suppose. Let's put it in and see what happens. I mean, the stakes and oars are both sort of wooden, large wooden things, I suppose. Three down. Embarrassed about half of tail getting hacked off. Okay, it's not stake because, oh, sorry, because embarrassed, again, short synonym is red. Red is going around half of the word tail, and if you're hacked off, you're riled. So that's that. Don't know. Uh, compr compr compromise is the give and take, and that is an anagram of Cop's memoir. Four down, concealing sun in building. Uh, what's this building that's got the letter S for sun in it? I think it's making, isn't it? And concealing is masking. Five down, lakes in Ireland below small ditches. Um, Lakes in Ireland below small. Oh, look, it's something for me because in Northern Ireland we have the famous Loch Ness, and which is where I'm from. Lakes in Ireland are lochs. We put them below the letter S for small, and we've got ditches, which are sloughs. I think I'm saying that right. Um, yeah, in fact, I know I'm saying that right. Nine across. Painter unknown in part of India. Well, what's a part of India that's quite little? It's Goa in terms of the size of the word. So you've got Goya. Seven down, old, great, Greek character. That's O and mega to call great being mega. And we've got omega nine down, eight down, sorry. Quite tight, a lousy belt. Well, uh, um, tight is another word for drunk. If the letters of a lousy belt behaved in a drunken fashion, they would get all mixed up and form the word absolutely, which is what I might say rather than quite, absolutely, if to say I'm agreeing with somebody 11 across. Bears ought to be fresh, regularly scrubbed. Uh, don't know. Or do I? I want there to be something to be regularly scrubbed makes me think that I'm taking alternate letters from something, and I'm not quite sure what that is. 13 across. Student with skill, rotated comb. Uh, yeah, okay. If you comb a particular area, you might trawl it. The student is L, as in the L uh, sign on the back of a car. With is W, and skill is art. 17 across. Coachman possibly prepared outside right. Vehicle. Coachman possibly prepared. Don't know. 12 across. Reading dusty novel in middle of night. Okay, so that's uh I'm fairly sure it's studying. Yes, okay. And it is because reading is studying. We're going to do something novel with the letters of dusty, and we're going to create the words study from them. In is in, and then the middle of night is the letter G. Two down. A maiden touches a drunk's facial hair. Well, I can see some facial hair there. I can see the word moustache. That's the definition, but why is it? It's because M is maiden and uh, uh, touches A are behaving in a drunken way. 10 across. Uh, I think it is. I think it's skull, which is a word I know from a brief dalliance with rowing. Um, if you select, do you cull? I don't know. Thought you just kill if you cull, but maybe you do select. And the whole thing means an or. And of course, S initially is S. I think I've mentioned that before. 15 across, stunning mythical bird beside Charles. Well, Charles is likely, I think, to be king. What's this? Stunning. If you stun somebody, you might. Don't know. 16 down, attentiveness in exam covering religious education. So I want in, and I think a good exam in typical crossword way is oral. Um, I want it to be in and oral, and I want there to be an RE somewhere in there. It might not be oral. What, and I want the whole thing to be attentiveness. I was absolutely attentive. He's very attentive. He's very in, don't know. Let's see, 15, 14 down. Sad Serb could be this. Irritated. Feel, feel irritated. Don't know. 19. Lieutenant enters perfect place of refuge. Okay, so that's the lieutenant is LT. Pretty standard definite standard abbreviation there that you'd see in a dictionary. And perfect, I guess, is sheer. Um, hadn't thought of it quite meaning that, but apparently it does. In because that's clearly the answer. 20 down. Return order. Oddly leaving shop. I think that this is um, likely to be um, um, I think there's likely to be some leaving of odd letters, and I think that's happening with order in order to create RE, and then we've got a shop, and the whole thing means return. Return can be so many things though. Can mean have so many different meanings. Just don't know. Right, just having a brief look at 16 down and not finding much. 22 across, odd, old person, partly fractured leg on the way back. Old person, partly fractured leg on the way back. But I don't know. Is there a word ogeld? Because that would be part of fractured leg on if you turned it back. Could be 23 down. Cricketers try to avoid these skirts. Cricketers could be XI, cricketers could be bats, cricketers could be bowlers, players try to avoid these. Okay, all right, I got this. So cricketers try to avoid ducks, which is when they get 0 points in their batting when they're batting, which is no fun. And if you skirt something, you might duck it. You would avoid it. Both words mean avoid. Uh, uh, yeah. An old person is an elder, in fact, and I did sort of get the idea. It's just a different part that's going back. It's fractured and leg, which include the word elder if you take it back. Uh, 27 across stirs up social functions. Uh, stirs up. Rick, don't know. I'm really into this. Oh, attentiveness is interest, I think. Yes, interest is attentiveness. In exam is in test, and we've put it around RE, and we've got interest. Um, 29 across. Eat nothing quickly. Okay, that's fast. If you eat nothing, you fast. If you do something quickly, you do it fast. 14 down. Sad serve could be this. Uh, uh, Irritated. Well, it's going to be cheesed off, I reckon. Brast off. That's more like it. Brast off. Well, this is what's called a reverse engineered clue. If you look at the words, if you look at the words sad and Serb, they are an anagram for brast. If you imagine that brast is a bit off, not quite right, it is sad Serb. So brast off. The whole thing means irritated. 15, stunning mythical bird beside Charles. I believe that's a rock. Is the mythical bird. Then Charles is our king. If I'm stunned, I'm rocked. 27 across stirs up social functions. I think that's occasions. I mean, if something causes something, you can say that was occasioned by it, like that. That's a possibility. 20 down, return order, oddly leaving shop. I think that's restore. Feeling rather more confident now. It's a bit concerned. 21 down. Predicted invitee on the radio. An invitee is a synonym for guest. And if you imagine that guest, if somebody comes around to my house, they would be my guest. And if I say it on the radio, it sounds like this word, which means predicted, that's much as I predicted. 21 across, details are about Lima's military leader. That's likely to be general, I think. Ah, yes. Yeah, so details on Jen in a slightly old-fashioned way. R is about, and then L is Lima, and the whole thing's a military leader, a general. 24 across, turns south before boats. Turns could be so many things, but I think it's going to be, I think the wordplay is S, and then S for south, and then boats are falling after that. But again, boats can be so many things. Um, Ferries, for example. It can't because no, I don't know of an English word that starts S and F. Um, so many things. 30 across. Has red meat contaminated big cheese at school? That's quite fun. If we contaminate has red meat, we sort of upset its order, and a big cheese at school is the headmaster. 25 down. Commanding officer seen twice with a drink. Commanding officer is CO. We put it in twice. We add A, and look, we've got a nice hot drink. We've got a nice cocoa. 20 down, base removed from extra box. Um, but extra is spare. Let's take the bottom letter from it, which would be the E, and we've just got spar. And if you box somebody, you spar them. 28 across. Vulgar bloke pinching wife's rear. Okay, if something's a bit vulgar, it's a bit cheap, and the bloke is a chap, and he and we have the rear of the word wife is the letter E. Let's and so chap with taking in the E is cheap. Uh, uh, 24, turn south before boats. We've had a look at that, and I can't see it. Can't see a boat that starts blank. Oh, yes, I can. I think it's catches. Yeah, so if you do a funny turn, if you do a funny turn, you in a sort of comedy session, uh, a slightly old-fashioned way of describing a sketch, a comedy sketch would be a comedy turn. 18 down, American follows inside, welcome, harmony, American fellows inside, welcome, harmony. Not sure. 17 across. Coachman possibly prepared outside right vehicle. What's this vehicle, I wonder? I think the whole thing is a is a vehicle possibly. I hope it's not some old-fashioned vehicle, possibly drawn by horses that I don't know of. Or it could be a coachman. If you're prepared, you're set. Let's think of it that way. If we've got set outside right, right and vehicle, we've got set. If you're, I'm all prepared. I'm all set. And if we put that outside R for right and van for vehicle, we've got a servant who is a coach, who is a coachman. 18 down. American fellows inside welcome harmony. If you're in harmony, you're in agreement. Uh, let's see what's going on here. I think is American. Fellows are men. So we put the fellows inside welcome. We'll put American before it, and we've got agreement. 9 down. Boring golf club clothing could be decreased with this. Okay. Boring golf club clothing could be decreased with this. Um, we're going to use decreased in a rather novel way. We're going to say it's going to be the removal of creases. How do you get how do you remove a crease? You might use a flat iron to do so. Boring is flat. A golf club is an iron, and clothing can be decreased by a flat iron. 11 across. Bears ought to be fresh, regularly scrubbed. Okay, if you bear the responsibility for something, you might uh, shoulder a responsibility. And I'm hoping that as I press the letter R, I'm told that I have succeeded. And this is the end of this episode of cracking. Sorry, this is the end of the cryptic crossword coffee break. With no further ado. There we are. There we are. It's done. Thanks for watching and have a cracking rest of your day.